Back Road Ministry of the World Permit, Mr. Markey coming back at you live and direct. See, the page is back up. We are back on it. I stated my case to YouTube. I did not apologize. There was no apologies necessary because I didn't do anything wrong. My whole argument was that if we're claiming to live in a society where opinions are respected and points of views cannot be respected on a social media platform, then what is the use of the social media platform? And it's, very troubling that anything ignorant that has to do with people of color is, beloved on these platforms. But anytime people of color speak up, have an opinion, it's quickly shut down. Anybody who has an opinion, it seems, is quickly shut down. I don't think a society can function without balance. Balance is determined by opinions. Now, we can agree to disagree, but when we get into this thing of who's controlling what comes out of your mouth, and definitely if we're saying things that are offensive and hurting people, that should be problematic and brought up in discussion, but we still should find a way to respect each other's opinion. And we just came through a period in life where it was a lot of opinions being discussed. And I'm happy that, people were heard. And we have to continue to respect each other and continue to hear each other. That's the only way that society can continue to flourish. Even in troubled times, society has always flourished because opinions have been heard. So, Jesse Smollet, or as we like to say, Juicy Smollet, sentenced to 150 days in jail. So, I want you to remove the 0 because the only thing we're going to look at is the 15. Sentenced to 15, and that's the gematria we're going to be looking at. So Juicy Smollet sentenced to 150 days in jail for faking a hate crime on himself and having this so-called meltdown in court. And for everybody that does not know, Juicy Smollet is an actor. This is the part that Juicy was chosen to play. And look what Juicy does as he's being moved out of the court. He throws up the black power sign, the black fist. Now, this is a man who faked the hate crime, said that people of Caucasian descent approached him, threw bleach on him, put a noose around his neck, and then he has the audacity to throw up the black power sign as though he's being oppressed. Now, he made up the story of oppression. So for those of us that have truly been in certain situations where we can definitely say there was some oppression going on and there was some prejudice going on, and we were victim of these types of situations. There's a situation in my wife's life going to Auburn University where, people tried to run off the road one time. And my wife is a very dark in color complexion sister. And it's a lot of prejudice that goes on the campus of Auburn University. Things that they don't like to talk about in some of these schools, but somebody tried to run her off the road. Somebody tried to run her off the road and kill her. So there's a lot of these situations that unfortunately still go on in our society, true live hate crimes. But here's Juicy Smollet the pretender that he was in hate crime. Now, since he's got these invisible 150 days in jail, now he's black power. Because black people got to stand up with Juicy Smollet. Gay people have to stand up with Juicy Smollet, who probably, in my opinion, is not a homosexual. I don't think Juicy Smollet is a homosexual. I think he's even pretending that. But, and that's even a slur in that community, pretending to be that, pretending to be this, but he's an actor. That's what actors do. They pretend. So this is Juicy Smollet's role, and he's going to have other acting parts. Don't think he's not, because he successfully achieved his role. Look at the arm. I want you to see how his arm is folded to his body. See how he's making the number 4. See how the body's making the number 4. If you look correctly, you'll see the body making the number 4. And it's being formed with the fist. So we're going to go throw some numbers in here based on that picture. And that's one thing that caught me, him kind of making that number 4. So 4, 60, 24, 48, 21. This situation happened. This report came on the 11th. Situation happened on the 10th. So March 10th, of course, they were 55 dating Maraji. which is 10, 19. And for those that don't understand, when we say 55, you got to know prime numbers, triangular numbers, Fibonacci numbers. You know, all this goes into play, you know, with what we do here. So when we say 55 is 10, and put that in our geometry calculator. 55 is 10 and 2. 5 plus 5 is 10. It's the 10th Fibonacci number and the 10th triangular number. So 55, anytime you see 55, you can see 10. Some people might see 25, depends on how you want to look at it, but I always see 10. So 19, 10, 35, 8, 69, and 296 date numerology, also some 13 thrown in that. So numbers are related to Juicy Smollet. So Juicy Smollet was accused of a hate crime, faking a hate crime. So hate crime is 82 and 46. If you go to Juicy Smollet, you see how Juicy Smollet is 46. Hate crime is 46. See how these two things, as we always talk about, these things must vibrate for the ritual to work. That's how you know Juicy Smollet, this is a ritual, and he signed on for this. So Juicy Smollet, 46, hate crime, 46. And we go to our other word. And very important word. Sacrifice is 46. See how sacrifice is 46? So when we talk about sacrifice, we'll talk about sacrifice in a situation where somebody might have sacrifice the family member, sacrifice the loved one. But there are blood sacrifices, and then there are what we call self-sacrifices. So in the Me Too movement time, you saw a lot of self-sacrifices. All of a sudden, everybody was guilty of sexually assaulting somebody. That was them sacrificing themselves for the ritual. A whole bunch of people did. Even Cuba Gooding is guilty of them. We can break his whole sequence down of how he participated in this Me Too movement ritual. So sacrifice can be blood or self. Juicy Smollet did a self-sacrifice for a lot of different reasons. Remember now, Empire went off the air pretty much based on the momentum of this story. I think they just wanted that show off the air, or they were kind of tired of doing it, needed an easy way out. It kind of gave them that door out. So sacrifice is 46. Hate crime 46. Juicy Smollet 46. And sacrifice is 46. So see how those three things vibrate. So Chicago, Illinois, is a Cook County judge sentenced former Empire star. Remember, Juicy Smollet was on the show Empire. So Empire 66, 39, 96, and 33. 66, 39, 96, and 33. Let's go to our date numerology. All right, so not getting anything from Empire. We'll look a little closer. All right, let's go out further with it. As far as our cipher, let's open up the cipher some. We're going to come out of base and go on the Jewish cipher, of course. All right, so get 53, 16, we get some 80. Sacrifices 46 and 55. Remember, this story took place on Thursday, March 10th. March 10th, a date with 55 numerology. See how they did it? Sacrifice 55, 46, 62. Juicy Smollet. Sacrifice concluded on Thursday, March 10th, 310. 55 is the 10th prime. Plus, it's had 10 date numerology for those who know what we're rocking with. All right. So let's go back to Empire. Now that we put it in, let's see what other reads we get from Empire. See, we got some numbers that we're hitting that we're going a little bit wider. All right, so Empire 66, a lot of 39 in Empire. 130, 136, 33, 78, 122, 36, 63. So had some 36, some 33. Go back to that day. So March 10th. Was a Thursday. Thursday 44. Also Thursday 46. So see how Thursday in Gematria is 46. See how everything in the ritual is tying in. 35. All right, but I also got 219. We'll break that down real quick. Make sure 219 is not anything important. All right, so 219 is good. All right, so he's the Empire Star. Thursday, we see the 55 again, 46, 55 on Thursday. See, all the energy just came in this one day. All the energy came in one day. Okay. So I was looking at that 4. I'm going to break that down a little bit more when I look at the 4, trying to see that sign, that symbol. But the thing that got me is he throwing up this black power sign. So Juicy Smollet gets sentenced to 150 days in jail. 150 is just basically 15. So I say 150 days in jail and 30 months. Okay. So you can say 153. Take out the zeros, you get 153. So that's another number that they're trying to, kind of force you to look at. So 153 is the 17 prime number. We know 17 is the kill code. If we put kill in, 17 is definitely the kill code. So 17 is the kill code. So Juicy better watch itself that, they don't try to eliminate him after this story, because hey, this is how the game goes. But 153, 17. Throw that in the mix. Make sure we don't have any 17 or even 153. Okay. So Empire, let's watch for some vibrations anywhere. I'm not seeing Empire vibrating. Also looking for 153. Okay. So Sacrifice is also 53. And if you go, I'm looking for 153, my fault. All right. All right, so no 153, so no vibration in that area. But probably if we dig a little deeper, we'll find why they're using those numbers. So basically, 150 can be seen as 15. 150 can always be seen as 15. All right, and we're going to have to pause the video. We'll do a part 2 in a minute.